Did you know that every year nearly 48 million Americans get sick from food poisoning, and sadly, more than 3,000 people lose their lives? Many of them are seniors, whose immune systems aren't as strong as they used to be. That's why it's so alarming to discover that your refrigerator, the very place you trust to keep your food fresh, might actually be turning some of your most common foods into health risks. Yes, you heard that right. Storing certain everyday foods in the fridge can actually trigger harmful chemical reactions, rob them of their nutrients, or even make them unsafe to eat. If you're like most people, you probably don't think twice before tossing fruits, vegetables, bread, or even honey into the fridge. But what if I told you that doing so could be putting your health, and the health of your loved ones, in danger? Stay tuned, because today we are revealing the 9 everyday foods seniors should never refrigerate and what you should do instead. Before we get started, let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and if you've ever had any surprises with spoiled food. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another important health tip. Ready? Let's jump right in. 9. Potatoes. We'll start with an old favorite, potatoes. Potatoes are a staple in most kitchens, but did you know that refrigerating them can actually make them dangerous? When you store raw potatoes in cold temperatures, their starches start turning into sugar much faster than normal. Then, when you cook or bake those potatoes at high heat, those sugars react with natural amino acids to produce acrylamide, a chemical linked to cancer in animal studies and currently being investigated for its effects on humans. But that's not all. Refrigerated potatoes also lose their texture and nutrients. They often turn gritty, mushy, and discolored, hardly the delicious side dish you expected. If you've ever noticed your roasted potatoes tasting oddly sweet or having a strange texture, chances are your fridge is to blame. What to do instead? Store your potatoes in a cool, dark, and dry place like a pantry or cellar. Keep them away from sunlight and moisture to maintain their flavor, firmness, and safety. So go ahead, remove those potatoes from your fridge tonight and give them back their proper home. 8. Bread. Next up, bread. This one surprises a lot of people, because many believe refrigerating bread will keep it fresh longer. The truth? It does the opposite. When bread is kept cold, a process called refrigeration kicks in, where the starch molecules in bread start to crystallize much faster than at room temperature. This makes bread go stale sooner, not later, and that fluffy loaf becomes dry, hard, and crumbly. On top of that, as bread loses moisture in the fridge, it creates the perfect damp conditions for mold spores to grow. And for seniors with weakened immune systems, consuming moldy bread can be harmful, thanks to mycotoxins some molds produce. What to do instead? If you'll eat your bread within a few days, keep it in an airtight container or bread box at room temperature. If you want to keep it longer, slice it and store it in the freezer. Take out just what you need, and it'll taste just as good. Your bread and your health will thank you for keeping it out of the fridge. 7. Onions. Coming in at number 7. Onions. Many people pop their onions in the fridge without a second thought, but that's a mistake. Onions come with a natural papery skin that protects them from moisture and helps keep them firm. The fridge's cold, humid environment disrupts that balance, making onions absorb moisture more quickly. This leads to mold, mushy texture, and unpleasant taste. Even worse, onions release sulfur compounds when stored in the fridge, which can seep into nearby foods, making your fruit or butter smell and taste like onions. What to do instead? Keep whole onions in a dry, dark, well-ventilated area like a pantry. Only put sliced onions in the fridge, sealed airtight, and use them within a day or two. This simple step keeps your onions crisp, flavorful, and free of harmful bacteria. 6. Tomatoes. Now, let's talk about tomatoes, perhaps the most misunderstood fruit when it comes to storage. Many people think refrigerating tomatoes keeps them fresh, but the opposite is true. Tomatoes are tropical fruits, and cold air disrupts the natural enzymes that let them ripen properly. That means they never develop their full flavor, and instead turn mealy, watery, and bland. Worse still, refrigeration drains their vitamin C content and ruins that vibrant texture you love. If you've ever cut into a tomato and found it pale and tasteless, chances are it spent too much time in the fridge. What to do instead? Keep tomatoes at room temperature, stem side down, away from direct sunlight. Use them as soon as possible or cook them if they're getting too ripe. 5. Garlic or next item might surprise you. Garlic. Garlic is beloved for its bold flavor and powerful health benefits, but the fridge can ruin both. Garlic bulbs naturally last weeks or even months when stored in a dry, cool, well-ventilated place. But in the fridge, moisture and cold cause them to sprout prematurely and lose flavor. Even more concerning, minced garlic stored in oil in the fridge can grow Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria that causes botulism, a rare but deadly illness. What to do instead? Keep garlic whole in a mesh bag or basket at room temperature. Use a minced garlic right away, or store it briefly in vinegar or lemon juice to keep it safe. 4. Coffee coming in at number 4. Coffee. You might think storing coffee in the fridge keeps it fresh, but in reality, it does just the opposite. Coffee beans and grounds are extremely sensitive to both moisture and odors. The fridge is cold, damp air seeps into coffee, causing it to absorb nearby smells and lose its natural flavor. That perfect cup you look forward to in the morning, it turns flat, bitter, or just plain weird. On top of that, condensation can form on your coffee when it's moved in and out of the fridge, breaking down its oils and antioxidants, the very things that give coffee its health benefits and signature taste. What to do instead? Keep your coffee in an airtight, opaque container, at room temperature in a dark cupboard. That way, it stays dry, aromatic, and delicious for longer. 3. Honey at number 3 is a sweet staple. Honey.it seems natural to put honey in the fridge. After all, it's sticky, and you don't want it to spoil. But honey doesn't need refrigeration at all. In fact, cold temperatures make honey crystallize much faster, turning it gritty, hard, and nearly impossible to scoop. Even worse, repeated opening and closing of the jar can let moisture in, causing honey to ferment and grow bacteria, destroying its natural antibacterial qualities. What to do instead? Store honey in a tightly sealed jar at room temperature, in a cool, dark place. It keeps its silky texture, natural flavor, and powerful health benefits for years when stored properly. 2. Bananas are a senior favorite because of their potassium, antioxidants, and easy-to-digest energy. But if you refrigerate them before they ripen, you're sabotaging their flavor and nutrition. Bananas are tropical fruits, and cold temperatures stop them from ripening properly. That's why refrigerated bananas turn black on the outside, stay hard on the inside, and develop a strange metallic taste. Even worse, the antioxidants that protect your brain and reduce stress levels are diminished by refrigeration. What to do? Instead, keep bananas at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. You can even hang them to keep air circulating around them. If you have ripe bananas you can't use right away, peel and freeze them for smoothies or baking later. 1. Olive oil. Finally, the number 1 food you should never refrigerate: olive oil. Olive oil is one of the healthiest oils out there, loaded with heart-friendly fats and antioxidants. But when you put it in the fridge, those fats solidify, making the oil thick, cloudy, and hard. Topper. That's not the worst part. When you keep moving olive oil in and out of the fridge, the constant temperature changes damage its chemical structure, making it go rancid faster and even creating harmful free radicals. Plus, the delicious fruity and peppery flavor disappears. When olive oil is stored cold, what to do instead? Store olive oil in a sealed dark glass or metal container, in a cool, dark cabinet away from heat. When stored correctly, olive oil can stay good for up to 2 years. Quick recap: the 9 foods you should never refrigerate. Let's quickly review the list. Patatas brilladas oilthes, everyday staples, are healthiest and most flavorful when stored properly outside the fridge. Why? This matters for seniors. Maintaining good nutrition and food safety is more important than ever. Our immune systems get weaker with age, and small mistakes like eating moldy bread, rancid oil, or sprouted garlic can lead to serious health issues. By learning the right way to store your food, you can protect your health, enjoy more flavorful meals, and even save money by reducing waste. What should you do next? Take a look in your fridge tonight. Do you see any of these 9 foods in there? Take them out and store them the right way. Share this video with your friends and family, because these tips can protect them too. Leave a comment and tell us, which of these foods surprised you the most? Did you learn something new today? An inspiring reminder: know that you know which 9 foods should never be kept in the refrigerator. You're already one step ahead in protecting your health and enjoying tastier meals. It's amazing how such small changes like moving your olive oil to a cabinet, keeping your garlic dry, or hanging your bananas on a hook can make such a big difference. And remember, it's not just about taste, it's about keeping harmful bacteria, toxins, and nutritional losses at bay so you can stay stronger, healthier, and independent longer. For seniors especially, good nutrition isn't just a choice, it's your first line of defense against illness. When you respect the natural properties of these everyday foods and store them properly, you're not only preserving their flavor, but also preserving your own well-being. How to organize your kitchen smarter. Here are a few practical tips to help you store food smarter and safer. Starting today, sort your pantry and fridge by category. Keep dry goods like onions, garlic, and potatoes in one cool, dark spot. Invest in airtight containers and bread boxes to keep out moisture and mold. Label and date your olive oil and honey so you can track freshness over time. Keep bananas and tomatoes at room temperature on the counter and use ripe ones quickly. Freeze your bread in slices so you can pull out just what you need. Keep coffee in an opaque container in a cupboard, not next to strong-smelling spices. Regularly check your pantry for signs of spoilage, mold, or pests. When you get into the habit of storing food the right way, it becomes second nature, and your meals will taste better, last longer, and nourish you more effectively. Why this matters for you? Think about this. Every bite of food you eat is either building your health or working against it. By treating your food with care, you're sending a powerful message. I care about my health, and I deserve the best. It's easy to ignore these small habits until you feel the consequences of food poisoning, mold exposure, or just plain poor nutrition. But not you, not anymore. You've learned what most people don't know, and now you can take charge of your kitchen and your health. One last look. The 9 foods to keep out of the refrigerator is the full list. One more time. Potatoes store cool, dark, and dry. Bread keep at room temperature or freeze. Onions dry, ventilated pantry. Tomatoes stem side down at room temperature. Garlic whole bulbs in a basket at room temp. Coffee airtight container. Dark cupboard. Honey tightly sealed jar, cool and dark. Bananas hang at room temp, freeze when ripe. Olive oil sealed bottle in a dark, cool spot. Your turn. What will you change today? Now, it's your turn. Take a moment to look through your kitchen right now. Which of these foods are hiding in your fridge? Which of these tips was most surprising to you? Leave a comment below and let us know what you're going to do differently starting today. And if you found this video helpful, please like this video. It helps us reach more seniors like you. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss another health tip. Share this video with your friends and family, because everyone deserves to know how to stay safe and healthy. Your support helps us keep creating valuable, free content for you. So thank you for being part of our community. Remember, you have the power to protect your health every single day, starting right at home, in your kitchen. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see